2025 is here, and we're ranking every position in tier lists like we always do. This year it's a little different because it's also corresponding with me releasing my top 30 or top 32 at every position. And then we're ranking everyone, the top 100 players in Major League Baseball. For those of you who don't know, I also rip a podcast, The Scoop. Make sure you guys check that one out. Without further ado, the catchers, the first position. Let's get into it. Back at the tier list. I feel like I really haven't been doing tier lists much recently, but it's what people like, so we go back. You know what the tiers look like. We got a 6-tier system for everything. Elite, great, good, mid, meh, and AAA. We can start with Gabby Moreno, and I can tell you he's great. He was hurt a lot last year. He needs to hit the ball harder, more consistently, that's for sure. Contact king, like really good behind the plate too. I don't know if he's elite. I'll see what the elite looks like. Normally it's around top 5, but I think Gabby Moreno's top 5, but he's a tier below the best of the best. I think Sean Murphy can join him. Like, he had a really bad year last year, but the year before was one of the better catching seasons we really ever seen. I can chalk it to injury. I'm gonna bump him down a little bit from elite though, for sure. Adley, dude, like, I'm basing this on like what I think they're going to be in 2025, and I just think Adley's right back. Like, he's one of the 2 best catchers in baseball. He really struggled from the left side of the plate. It was weird, I know, but I think Adley will come all the way back. So this is Connor Wong, and he has kind of shown himself to just kind of be mediocre. Like, he's not anything special behind the plate. He's a decent hitter. He goes on runs, that's for sure, but streaky for sure. I don't think I can put him in good. I'll put him in mid. So Miguel Amaya is the next one. He's going to be catching for the Cubs as of right now. Nothing really special, especially offensively. Meh. Oh man, dude, Corey Lee. It looked like in 2023 like he was gonna be something, but man, oh man, he struggled at the plate especially. I mean, that's a AAA level catcher, and he's on the White Sox. I like Tyler Stevenson. I've always loved Tyler Stevenson's hit tool, and that's kind of what you bring him in for. Like, he's not much behind the plate. I think he's good. Like, I don't think he's great by any means, just because behind the plate he's not anything, but good hitter for sure at the position. Man, Bo Naylor can be good, but hasn't shown us much life in that regard. He's right around Connor Wong, not Colton Wong. Jacob Stallings is a weird one. Jacob Stallings put up a really nice year last year, especially at the plate. It was in Colorado. We'll give him that. His defense has kind of withered away ever since he left Pittsburgh. It kind of has done that. This year, he won't be anything special. And honestly, he might deserve to go with Amaya. And realistically, like, that's what it's going to be. All right. So next up, we got Jake Rogers of the Tigers. Isn't anything at the plate, and he's okay defensively. He probably fits more in with Bo Naylor than with Jacob Stallings, though. We'll give him that. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Yainer Diaz. He's okay behind the plate, nothing special. Similar to Tyler Stevenson behind the plate, I'd say. Hit 300 last year. Like, that's pretty incredible. That's not nothing. Like, 300 is legit. I'm gonna put him with Stevenson though. I don't know. It's weird. I know. Top, like, very close. Very, very close. Salvi, dude, the guy just keeps hitting, and while he's not gonna be a ton behind the plate, I think I gotta put him in great still. Like, he just keeps mashing. I like Logan O'Hoppe, former Phillies farmhand. He has not been great at the plate. Like, hitting was kind of his calling card. He struggled last year at the plate, that's for sure. His defense is going to be fine. I honestly think he's going to turn into a very similar player to Tyler Stevenson. But for now, Logan O'Hoppe's just kind of mid. Like, he didn't do much at the plate. So Will Smith, we saw Will Smith have probably the worst stretch of his career, like in the middle of the season, where he just kind of wasn't hitting. He is locked up, by the way, long term, like 10 years more. I feel like he's still one of the elite catchers in the game. I'm going to, for now, put him at the top of grade, because there probably is a pretty clear drop off between him and the next tier up, but probably the 3rd best catcher in the game. I think this is Nick Fortes. He's nothing special. Let's move on to the best catcher in the game, William Contreras. Dude, the guy's a stud. Just hits. He was top 5 in MVP voting last year, the catcher position. You carry a team like that, that is special. So Ryan Jeffers 2023 had a really good year, especially at the plate. Super big power potential. Last year, pretty underwhelming. I'm going to put Jeffers in good. His power and like his hit tool is there. His defense is pretty mediocre, whatever. I'm a lot lower on Francisco Alvarez than most, and that's not just because I'm a Phillies fan, but I don't know, like his offensive numbers just haven't really ever been special. Like, he had 20 homers, I know, back in 23, I want to say. His OPS floats around 700. He's got a cannon of an arm, but otherwise, like, he's not a good framer. He's been working on that this offseason. I don't know, man. It just feels like I can't put him in the same tier as Yainer Diaz for sure. He leans definitely more towards these guys. I know, come at me in the comments. It's similar to Austin Wells. Like Austin Wells was second in Rookie of the Year, right? Second or third, and his OPS landed in a bad spot. He got very cold at the end. I think Wells is better than Alvarez. I really do. And Wells leans more towards Jeffers than Alvarez does. He just kind of does. I don't know. Similar players, and Wells is probably better behind the plate. Not much of an arm. Opposite players behind the plate because Wells' arm is not good. Shane Langoliers is a really fun one. Hits a lot of home runs. Strikes out a lot, walks a little bit, and has a cannon of an arm. But he's better than Francisco Alvarez. I'm going to put him in, that's weird. I'm going to put him in good. I don't know. That just doesn't feel right. I think JT Realmuto has become underrated. He's going to go into the good tier, but he's still definitely a top 10 catcher. Like, he's probably right here. The thing is when ever since 2022, we just saw such a big drop off. That was one of the best catching seasons we've ever seen. And to think he could sustain that, like, obviously it's JT Realmuto. That was his 31-year-old season. He's getting old. He's 34 this year. He'll probably grab an extension with the Phils, but I don't know. I think he's become underrated. 750 OPS and good defense to great defense behind the plate. Like, it's still a 3 to 4 win player if he plays 120 like he normally does. I should say he probably will play 120 this year. I'm interested to see if they give Rafael Marchand some run. Jose Trevino got traded to the Reds. He's got platinum glove potential, but nothing at the plate. I think he's just more mid. Finally saw Joey Bart give some signs of life last year at the plate especially. I think for what he's going to be this year, he probably is going to float in this mid tier. I can't say he's going to be better than Francisco Alvarez for sure. Kev Usano, kind of disappointing switch hitter, more of a contact bat, kind of weird. He leans meh because he's not great behind the plate either. Higashioka hit 20 home runs like last year. Going to the Rangers now, his playing time will be diminished pretty significantly because I got Jonah Heim. We can do both of them. Higashioka is going to go mid. I don't know if he's going to really repeat that. And Jonah Heim, like, he's way better than he was last year. Like, I refuse to believe that that's what he's going to show. True Buffalo boy, I think he's going to go into the good tier. Cal Raleigh is a dog. He hits a lot of home runs. He's really good behind the plate. I think he's elite. Like, he probably is. Everything in me wants to just put him at the top of this tier because I think there's a real difference. And I'm going to do it. I think there's a real difference between Contreras and Rutschman. What Rutschman's going to be in 2025, remember? And then Raleigh, you know what I mean? So Ivan Herrera, they're pushing Wilson Contreras out of catcher to play first base because they know Ivan Herrera can play. And he's good. He can hit for sure. How good, I don't know. I'm going to put him in the good tier. Yeah, this is Ben Rortvedt, former Yankee. They brought in Danny Jansen. Some reason that kid is not on this tier list. For what Rortvedt is, not very good. We can put him in meh. Alejandro Kirk, he's a little bit below league average hitter. Not much behind the plate. Not a lot. I know what he's been in the past, but he's leaning more towards a meh at this point. Sorry, boys. Ooh, Keibert Ruiz, dude. His calling card is that he doesn't swing and miss, especially on pitches in the zone. Contact king, right? Ooh, that came back to bite him. No pop last year at all. Like, really bad year. Not good behind the plate either. We know he can be great. He was a big centerpiece in a trade. We got that. Darno, I'm interested to see what he does with the Angels. But for what he is for now, I mean, league average hitter, mid, I guess. Like, he didn't have a great year at the plate last year. Hey there, boys. So apparently Patrick Bailey was just not ranked. He's sitting at the bottom of the screen, but your boy just decided to not rank him on the tier list. So I'm just here to tell you he belongs in the great tier. Not elite. He doesn't really hit very much, but the defense is special. I think he'll be the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th best catcher this coming year. Thanks. Well, boys. Didn't really think that was going to be the end of the tier list, but it is. So how about that? You got 2 at the top in the elite tier. These are your next ones. I'm not going to order the tier, like the rankings inside the tiers does not really matter, so don't pay much attention to that. But thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. One time a week, we're going to be putting out these. All kinds of content comes out on this channel all the time anyway. Happy New Year. 2025 is here, so be better this year than you were last year. That's my words of advice for the day. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.